All right, programming 12, we're going to begin talking about object-oriented programming, and this is going to be really fun. I love it. I always enjoy this part of the course. We started it in programming 11, but it was pretty tough, so I thought we would just start with a few definitions and jump into making some objects. So object-oriented programming is this little slide from my AP class. Basically, it is exactly what it says here. It's a paradigm, which is like a way of thinking about programming. And it's about creating interacting objects, an environment of interacting objects, and putting them together with some kind of structure, like data structures, for example, to make a program. Rather than kind of programming things sort of one line at a time, we're programming an ecosystem of interacting objects. And if you want to imagine an object-oriented program, Minecraft is like the perfect example. All those blocks and mobs and your inventory screen and all the buttons and all that kind of stuff, those are all examples of objects. And they are programmed with a class. So I just want to talk about the difference between a class and an object for a minute. So a class is kind of like the blueprint, and the object is created from the blueprint. It's a living, breathing thing in here. I have a picture here of like a Lego brick diagram. That's like the class. It's like the blueprint from which you design the types of things you're going to create from it. It's the source code. It's what you actually program. It's the class is the program you're writing. And then part of your program can mass produce or even just produce one of these objects from the blueprint. So the objects are what you see in the program. They're copies, duplicates of what is designed in the class. So it has a great value, a really, really big value in programming. It allows us to program one time, one thing, and then mass produce copies of them. Object-oriented programming actually got its start with graphic user interfaces, like with the mouse being able to click on icons and buttons and folders and all that kind of stuff. So they wanted to sort of not have to program every single button separately, which we have been doing. We used functions to make it easier, but we're going to eventually start making some classes for interacting with other types of things. Okay, so we're going to get started with that in the next video. I hope you're excited about object-oriented programming, and I know I am, so let's get started.